It's your boy, Patrick Sheldon and Coop. We're here to talk about anime and gaming news.
We're back.
We back another week.
You're getting so much more fluent with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eh.
It's kind of nice.
Thank you.
About
Thank you.
50-50.
I'm gonna work on. I'm working
You
on it.
haven't
I'm
been
working
here
on
in the
it.
last few, okay?
It's true.
Shut
It's
your
true.
mouth.
It's true. You don't see the progression like Sheldon does.
It's been getting
I
better.
watch the videos every time. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true. He does do the audio. He has to listen through it every single week. He has to listen to a new iteration of it.
I dig it.
And so do you.
Eventually we'll have it recorded and it'll just be a part of our intro.
Yep.
When this thing comes on.
Yeah. No, 100%.
This way you don't have to keep doing it every time.
Yeah, true. But I'm getting my vocal cords ready for that moment. That's why I got to keep iterating. I think maybe before end of this year, that's when we'll get it. We'll get it all done and
It's
solidified.
gonna be a pain to edit.
Yep.
It's gonna be
Yep. Yes, it will.
Yeah,
And y'all are going to love it. If you guys hear any hissing in the background, there is some power washing going on outside. Please, for the love of God, do not talk about how the audio is bad. It is always bad. We've never had good audio.
Yeah, that's true. Although I think it's gotten better.
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better because Pat's here now.
Yeah, true.
It was a big jump up when Pat got here.
Yeah.
It's just the tech, to be honest.
It's true, yeah.
I set up all the noise gates. I was trying to minimize as much sound as
Yep.
possible.
Yep.
So, yeah.
We are back with another week of stupidity, though. We're going to be talking about some fun. We got some anime, some new episodes for Fire Force, Windbreakers, and an anime that we just watched that honestly was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it.
We watched a couple different ones.
We did. We watched a few different animes this morning.
Yeah.
It was nice. Nice little anime binge.
There was some interesting stuff.
Yeah, we
for
saw
sure.
Moonrise, the beginning after the end.
Yeah,
stuff like
which
that.
people are complaining about apparently.
I know.
Like,
It's terrible. I don't know what you're talking about.
and then
terrible.
for Moonrise, people are complaining that people aren't watching this enough, or Netflix isn't promoting it enough.
Well, it just
which is
came
like-
out, didn't it?
Very true, but like I didn't even
True,
hear about it.
But nobody's heard about it.
I mean,
Yeah, it just
original
dropped
works are kind of that
randomly.
way, though.
It's been
Was
like-
it advertised?
it
was
came
coming
out yesterday,
Yeah.
and Netflix hasn't promoted it at all.
But there's
And that's what people are upset about.
But there's like
because
4 episodes, isn't there?
I don't know. I think there's like 8 or 12.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty
They
sure
released. They dropped it all.
They dropped all of it. Yeah.
They did, yeah.
Okay.
They did it like they did Devil May Cry.
DMC. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
people are just like really upset that they didn't promote it. And they're calling out Netflix like they promoted DMC like crazy, which is understandable.
Understandable.
DMC is kind of a big franchise for Capcom, so they got money. But an original anime that Wit Studio put together,
Yeah.
I feel like should be called out a little bit
Fair.
more. And it looked really good from what we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
So-
You're not wrong. There are some other things that we didn't get to last week, which are the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Oh my goodness, it's happening.
There's
We're
like
voting.
what, 3 days left?
Yeah, it's like
Well,
legit.
3 days.
Yeah.
I already did my vote. It was
Yeah.
great.
What? Well, actually, you know what? We'll get into your votes and our votes at the end. Do you guys want to jump into some of the anime episodes?
Yeah, let's get into Fire Force, man.
Woo!
Fire Force. Well, okay, I'll be honest. Since we're watching Fire Force and Windbreaker right now, those are the 2 animes we decided to
Follow.
So far, Fire Force has been nothing but build up,
Yep.
and Windbreaker has been nothing but fighting.
Bat.
There's been really no
I know.
story progression,
Not a lot. No.
significant
story.
progression.
I wanted to talk about. I have something I wanted to say about Windbreakers once we get to it. But Fire Force, yeah. When like this episode starts right where episode 2, of course, season 3. It starts right where it kind of ends off, and
Yes.
Shinra's right into an Adola link,
Yes.
and then he sees Captain Burns,
Yeah, he has
And
this like
then-
future sight thing.
and he
Yeah.
sees what we all saw last week,
Last
and when we
episode.
were like, "Yo, what?"
Yeah, they're gonna put an insect inside of Captain Obi. Yep, I was like,
Huge,
that's
right
big.
off rip.
Big.
Huge, and yeah, so we see that, and Shinra standing, like Shinra comes out of it, and he's standing there like, "Hey, yo, boys,
We need to get there.
we need to go now.
We need to
ASAP."
save Captain Obi like right now before they hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Before
And
they turn him into an infernal.
yep,
Yeah.
and so
There's still quite a bit towards the manga too, because I think there's like, I don't know how they're gonna get through everything.
what do you mean? Like, I mean, they did 24 episodes. They've been
Are they doing
doing
24 episodes?
They
each
did
time?
24 for the first 2. I would argue
Has it been confirmed?
what would be the
24 for this?
I don't know. Double check. I'm sure they would though. It wouldn't make sense to do first and second
True.
season, right? And then just alter it for the third. They might do a
'Cause-
like a 2-core, like 12 and 12 later.
Because if they did 2 seasons,
24.
24, right? Yeah,
24.
slated for
Yep.
24.
It will be divided into 2 parts though.
Oh, 2
Ah,
cores.
see,
Okay. Makes sense.
I
Makes sense.
said it.
April. Well, it's like this has just started. The
Yeah.
next one will be January 2026.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, we gotta wait for
This
that.
whole core thing is like, I don't know, man.
I don't mind it.
Well, I
don't know.
guess they can split up the
You-
time frame where
Yeah.
like the production budget. Production won't be rushed.
Yeah, true.
that's-
I feel like 24s. My thing with 24s, like let's say when we watch Dragon Ball Daima, and I like Daima, but I did find that like you get into this malaise where like you start to forget because it's been 15 weeks
Yes.
of this that the first week is just gone.
Yeah.
But when you have like a 12 episode, I feel like 3 months is a good amount of time for me to like sit down week by week, watch this, and still be entrenched in the story. But once it goes past that, I start to forget.
Well, that's how I feel about like shows that just drop animes altogether.
Yeah,
You know, like
same
they
thing.
did,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like Netflix doing that with DMC.
With DMC.
Like you
Yeah.
just binge it, and then it was like,
It's gone.
It's like,
It's
yeah,
gone.
it's like what just
It's
happened.
the thing is, it's such a flash in the moment. You know, it's a flash
Yeah.
in the pen, and I personally am not interested in the binge worthy like the way that Netflix is doing it. I just don't care.
You know, it was cool at first, but
Kind of, yeah.
you don't retain much.
No,
You're just like, oh yeah, that was good.
yeah,
Okay, did you remember this part? No.
no,
no.
Do you remember
absolutely
that
not.
part? No.
No, absolutely not.
So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. The whole once a week thing I can handle.
I think it's nice.
It definitely was really good, by the way. This
Is it?
new. Yeah.
Rio Punch.
Yeah, it's like a
Punch.
citrusy blend. It's better than I don't know. I like it. Anyway, it's just man. The week to week thing, you can actually talk about it. You can
Yeah.
discuss theories. Once they drop a whole show at once, it's like out the window,
yeah,
out
exactly.
of discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I
pretty
was
much
kind of
it's-
disappointed with DMC about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I could see that.
Sorry,
I'm-
you were gonna say something?
Once it's out, it's just like they talk about it once, it doesn't.
Yeah,
No hype build up.
no,
Like the weekly is there to like get everyone excited, talk about speculation,
yeah,
theory craft.
yeah.
It is a much better formula, I find, and it's just nice to have something to look forward to as well. Like
Mhm.
every week, it's like, oh, when Solo Leveling was coming out, every week I'm like, oh yes, I can't wait. This Saturday is such a big day, right?
Yeah.
Like I get to watch one of my favorite shows. It's only 20 minutes of content, but it is a good
It's like
20 minutes.
It's like when you're younger, you're waiting for like Saturday morning cartoons, like waking up early just to watch it,
Yeah, I
right?
remember that,
So-
man. Those are good times,
Yeah.
dude. So wake up early so you don't have to go to football practice. Watch what you can, and then this is back in the day when VHS was still a thing. I'd put like a VHS on and hit record on shows just so like
Yeah,
I
you'd be
wouldn't miss
taping
them.
them? Yeah.
yeah.
You're OG taping. 'em.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but let's get back to Fire Force because
Yeah.
we went way
went
off
off
track.
On a track. Yeah, Fire Force. It was like I said, it was a build-up episode.
It really was.
It
There-
just continued with them
we go like right after that Adola link, we kind of get like shots of the gang kind of talking about it and going over kind of like, yo, we need to go. Like, and there's also this flashback with Captain Obi and the lieutenant
Mhm.
where they're going over where they're discussing like Captain Obi's like, Ayo, why do you want to be part of the 8th? And the lieutenant's like, you know, I don't have anyone else. Basically, he's like, I don't got anyone else, so I'm perfect for this place. He even asked to quit, and Captain Obi's like, you can't do that. So, yeah, we kind of see that relationship, but we also see Captain Obi say something, which is one day, because you're in the 8th, one day you might have to go against the Fire Force in general, like the Holy Soul.
It's
temple.
bound to happen because
It's
they're
bound
just,
to happen because
they're-
they're investigating,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's what Lieutenant Hinwa said.
Yeah, so he's like, and that's what they end up doing is throughout this episode, you kind of get them transferring and becoming the traitors, right?
Mhm.
We see the shot of them in the courtyard and they're talking, and Licht is like, I ain't really actually part like of you guys, there's a guy that I follow that I really like. He's my man. He's the real OG. And
he's my prison wife.
Yeah, he's my prison wife.
He's my prison wife.
He's like I trust you guys, but
or
that's
my prison husband. He's Glick is clearly the prison wife.
Yeah, for sure. But the man, the myth, the legend, Joker walks out from behind the
in a casual, drippy outfit.
He's just in the sweats. He's in those drop crotch
Joker's
sweats.
got some swag.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
got some
comfy,
swag,
bro.
man.
Always smoking a cig.
Always.
That's his power, isn't it?
So
his power is like he can control Ash.
yeah.
So
Is what it is.
That's
Yeah.
why he always has a cigarette,
Makes
just in
sense.
case.
Is he a second generation, or is he a third?
Wait, can he create?
I don't think he.
I don't think he can create.
That's why he always has a cigarette
Yeah.
that he can. He can't create his own.
Yeah, he can create his
sparks.
own sparks, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a second.
We don't know,
Ooh.
Okay.
but he's not classified as a second. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So after that, basically the group's like, "Ayo, why is Joker here?" And he's like, "Look, you guys are basically aligned with me.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have walked the line so far that at this point you are transitioning to my side,
Yeah, he was like the dark side.
the dark
Essentially.
side." Yeah.
Essentially, he's like, there's a dark side and there's a side that walks in the light. He's like, you guys,
Well, that's what. Yeah.
were there,
They
but
end
now
up
you're
going
gonna
off.
be coming to my side. And
Yeah,
he's like, and it's about time because it took too damn long.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get that scene where they're kind of in that back alley where there's a gutter and they're gonna go into the gutter, and then Joker's like, "Join the dark side,
Yeah.
Luke," and Shinra's
Wow,
like,
yeah.
"Really, that's what he said." And there
Did
was
not expect that from you, but yeah.
he did, dude. He said it. He said the Star Wars thing.
No, he didn't. But
Basically. And you see the divide of the dark and light with Joker and Licht on the dark side and the Fire Force on the light side, and them crossing over,
Yep.
finally going to the quote unquote dark side. I mean, at the end of the day, they're really like the people trying to save the world, like,
Yep.
right? So a little bit of vigilantism,
Mm-hmm.
but of course, what can you expect? It's shonen. They go into those tunnels.
Into the sewers.
Into the sewers, and we find them going up to Joker's hideout.
The secret lair.
The secret lair.
Which literally, when they got there was a sign that said secret
Yeah,
base.
it's a big neon. They had neon signs all over, blinking and everything like that. And
they have a
and
doorbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They're
have
like, this is
doormat
not secret.
welcome.
Yeah, and they were like, "You really
No-
trying to hide out here?" They're like, Licht was like, "Nobody knows about this."
Yeah,
place."
no, nobody
Well,
gonna come down
There's
here.
some people that join them underground that just show up randomly.
Yeah, but Licht, he explained that those are people that don't have anything on the outside upstairs anymore.
Yeah.
That they got things taken away from them, or they just lost everything,
Mhm.
so they do wander down there,
Mhm.
which means they have
Considering
no
they're-
ties to anybody.
considering they're wanted, you would think that's like rat them out for money, right?
Yeah, but they're also wanted by like the church,
I
the
guess.
temple. So it's like, sure, they can rat them out, but then they'll also be caught.
I mean, it's also Joker and
Just
Licht.
because they
like,
rat out-
what are they gonna do to them? Like, these guys will actually like
Yeah,
dom
just
anyone.
because they rat out one person doesn't mean that they're still like scot free, man.
Yeah.
That's like the Joker telling Batman, like, "Hey, Mr. Freeze went that way."
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, "Okay, I'll still get you after.
Yeah.
You're still not okay, man." You know?
So they end up going in. There's a bunch of elixirs and potions everywhere, and they're like, "Yeah, so now you kind of see what we're working, like what we've been doing."
Yeah.
And Joker and Licht are kind of explaining to them like, "This is we are now entering the territory where we're going against the Holy Temple, and at this point, like, you guys have to basically consider them kind of like the enemy."
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
so they end up getting Joker's motorcycle, which basically is like the only thing that they really went down there for,
Yeah.
right? They just went down there for Joker's
Well, I
motorcycle.
guess they can't really go by vehicle,
No, they can't.
Yeah, they
especially in the
can't.
sewers, or if they go
Yeah.
up there, they're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be facing entire armies of
Well,
people.
they did do the planning as well. They're like, "Oh, we
Yeah.
need to find out where Captain Obi is," and Joker's like, "Man, that man in Guantanamo. You know of course he in Guantanamo, bro. Like, where else they gonna send the baddest of the bad?
True.
That's really what he said.
Yeah, it was.
That's like what was it? Fukusha or something? Was the penitentiary that they took Obi to, Captain Obi?
Something like that, yeah.
And yeah, he's kind of held up there, but he's just in a normal prison cell.
Yeah, because he doesn't have powers.
Yeah, because he doesn't have powers.
Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison. Yeah. See, I know it's FU. I just couldn't remember the
F you too, bro.
Yeah,
Shut
love
up.
you too, bud. So yeah, he's being held up there, and the gang is like, "Yo, we're gonna head off." And Shinra and Joker gets on his motorcycle. Shinra flies.
Now, hold on. Wait, actually, you keep going. You're right.
And then the group is like, "Hey, yo, we're gonna go." And then there's a cut. Then we get to Captain
You're forgetting
Obi.
about like one of the best cutscenes
Which ones?
when Arthur was leading the pack
Oh yeah, that's
with
true.
his
My
with
favorite.
Excalibur.
My favorite.
and
yeah.
he saw the baby dragon.
He did see Baby Dragon.
And then he went into Fantasyland, where he was like, a knight's true purpose is to slay a dragon.
Yep.
That's the greatest feat imaginable.
I'm not even gonna lie.
That's
If,
his
if I
power,
could
the
just
stronger.
live, if I could watch this series through Arthur's lens, I really want to, because I think it is a more
If he was the main
interesting-
character.
Yeah, I really think he should be the main character.
Well, he's not. Too bad.
Yeah, but Junior's such a bitch.
He's
so
not that bad.
it's
not that
better
bad.
now. So yeah, they go off, and then there's a cut to Captain Obi actually in the cell.
Man is yoked.
Like, he's my idol. Like, I want to
God's
be him.
gift to Cooper.
He really he is. He's just he's
This
got
is the
muscles
man-
on muscles.
This is the kind of man that Cooper wants to be embraced by.
I do.
Yeah.
I would be his prison wife.
Just kneel down in front of him. It's fine.
I would, bro.
Without a shirt.
Give me the option. Show me that man. Where is he?
Stand
Where's
up, Pat.
Captain Obi?
Me? No.
Stand up.
No.
No, he's
So
not
bad.
Captain Obi. But when you get to his physique, I will. That's motivation.
Pass.
Pat's like, you know what? I'm not going to the gym anymore. I don't need to.
Yeah.
It's like, never mind.
Never mind. Yeah, so he's working out, and he asks the guard, he puts his hand out and he's like, water.
What?
And the guard's like, yo, you're in prison, bro. Like, you can't just ask for
You
things
get
like
water
that.
when you get water.
Yeah, and he's like, how am I gonna get stronger?
Fine, I'll just die of dehydration.
Exactly.
Like,
It's like, what? Bro, okay, whatever you say. And so yeah, he's locked up there. We also get and then right after that, we do get that shot finally of Captain Burns talking to what's her name?
Homia?
yeah.
Homia,
that's-
something like that.
Homia, yeah. The homie. The big homie. That's what I'm calling her. Big homie. So Captain Burns walks up to Big Homie, and Big Homie's like, yo, I didn't even have to like manipulate you.
Mhm.
And he's like, yeah, because I realized that I'm a priest. I'm for God. Like, that's it. I'm big Godhead.
Priests are usually for boys, but okay.
I mean, true. That's why I felt like he should follow Shinra. But at the same
did.
time,
He stopped.
yeah, he stopped. He's like, I've seen the lights. And now he's following God. He actually saw God in the Evangelists. He explains he saw God in the
Yes.
Evangelists, which was that big light aura figure that's kind of given Shinra and the Evangelists kind of like the grace, right?
Yes.
And so he saw them with the Evangelists. And he's
Actually,
like, you know what?
Joker saw that too.
Yeah, Joker did
Yeah.
see that. Yeah. But he saw God and he's like, okay, y'all are on the side of God, so I gotta be on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of his explanation. The big homie is reading his mind, and she ends up saying, you know what? You're actually like you're full blown on our side. Like, it's not even there's no denial in your head.
Yeah. You know what was interesting about that scene though? What I noticed? Because she told him
Yeah.
that I can read minds,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Do you see his facial expression kind of change when
Really?
because he was like, he became more stern, and I feel like
You have too much hope for this man.
I'm telling you, man, it was in the eyes, dude. It was in the eyes because the moment she said that, he started like
just
she was
sort
reading the thoughts in his head, and I swear to God, I feel like he is feeding her information.
You are a true Captain Burns believer.
I have
Well, it did. It did from one of the when she was reading his mind. It went from humanity's path to God's path.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's. I'm
So
pretty sure.
I think he knew that. I think he knows that she can read minds, and he's purposely. I have a weird. I don't know, man. I have a feeling
I can,
that
you want
I can
Captain.
neither confirm nor deny. So.
I know you read it, so we gotta.
that's just my theory. I think Captain Burns is playing them.
all right.
That's what I think.
To be fair, your last season, your theory was like right off rip with Solo. You remember that episode? You were like, "Yo, he's gonna revive the reviver."
Yeah.
He's gonna
Revive the reviver.
bro.
Yeah, were you? I don't think he was there for that.
Nah,
right?
he wasn't.
No. So
Right before the episode started.
before the episode started, like on Tuesday, I went out to Wings with Andre, and the whole scene where like when Jinwoo looked back when he was like looking down on Shan, and he looked back at the end of that episode, like something called to him. I was like, Dre, I think he's gonna revive the goddamn healer because
Mhm.
nothing else is working right now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna have him heal Cheyenne.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally, I came this Saturday when they came over. I told them this.
And 30 seconds into the
Literally, it
episode,
happened. Literally, it happened. I was like,
it was. I was like that. I literally looked at him and I said, "It's not a theory anymore. It is fact."
I was
Before the
like,
episode
it
started, I'm like,
only makes sense.
it only makes sense.
because none of the healing items were working.
Yeah.
We've seen him arise another human being, which was Iron. I'm like,
So we'll see with Captain Burns if
I
your
just
theory is right.
yeah, I just didn't think he'd release him.
You think he's doing an Uryu?
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put that. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think he is
Because
yeah,
I'm rewatching Bleach. So it's fresh on my
God damn
memory
it,
right
dude.
now.
that's fair.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so we
I
right after that, where does the episode go? That's when my
so
memory starts.
right
to,
after that, it goes back to Obi. It
Yeah.
introduces a destroyer who's like floating gold coins around.
Right, I remember
forgot
that.
her
Yes, yes,
name.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
the bug.
Yeah.
And she keeps
she's like-
saying weird things, like she's
Yeah.
reading an
She likes
incantation.
gold.
Yeah, she's like,
She
Oh,
said
you
about
can't
money.
bribe me
yeah,
because
yeah,
I have all the money in the world
Yeah.
already.
yeah.
yeah. She's like,
And
money
she was
rules
like,
everything.
"Yeah, we're gonna infect you with an insect," and he was like,
And then it cuts there. Much.
"Okay." And then we see a couple other destroyers, I think.
I don't.
Yes. Two white
The white clad, right?
white clads. Yeah.
Two more white clads walk out.
Yeah, and yeah, it all cuts to things very fast. Like,
I think Shinra and Joker show
Fire
up.
Station 7 gets shown.
Oh,
Benimaru.
right.
Him and his
Benimaru.
his lieutenant are talking, and they're like, "The 8th is gone. The church is united."
Remember that?
Asakusa is like, the city of Asakusa. They're like, "We're kind of on our own right now."
Yeah. Who is it? I think it's the fifth was all of Arthur and Shinra's homies, right? No, not fifth.
Yes.
Fifth is
Yeah, yeah,
Hibana.
yeah.
Fifth is Hibana.
No, no,
sorry.
no, no.
Is it?
Sixth is Abana.
Sixth is
Yeah,
Hibana.
yeah.
So fifth is all the homies, right?
Yeah, because they
In the
saw
stra-
that stuff
in-
on TV, and
they-
one dude was like, "Oh, it looks like
What's
we're
his
gonna
name?
be after."
The black dude with the dreads.
Uh,
And
I
the
forgot
blue
his
eyes.
name, but his flamey ink.
Yeah, he's got like he's got a
oh,
bunch
Princess
of powers.
Hibana is the 5th. You're
Right? Okay.
You're right.
I see. I knew it.
You're
Fifth
right.
was Hibana, and then I can't remember who his homies were. What Fire Force they were under.
6 or
Maybe.
4.
4.
No, 4 is Hag, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it is though.
Oh, right.
Ogun.
You're right. Yes.
Ogun.
Yes. Yes. It is
Okay,
Hag.
okay.
So 4th.
Ogun.
Yes. Hogan. Yeah. Ogun is sitting there, and they're like, one of the other dudes like, "Yo, so you see what's happening with the 8th?" And he's like, "Yo, this is weird. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Something weird's happening."
Yeah, Ogun knows the 8th now. He
Yeah.
knows they not like that.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
knows they the homies.
Yeah, and he also knows the truth about
Yeah.
the Amaterasu thing.
Yeah.
Like Amaterasu was not the first.
Yeah.
The one in China was first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he knows something is up. And they couldn't tell anybody because the church wanted to keep it under wraps.
Yep.
And because they kept it under wraps, this is where they're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they kind of know what's kind of going on, and so some similarities, that happened in the other fort.
Put your goddamn phone
Sorry, I got a
away.
work call.
Put your tell them. You know what? You're not answering them today. It's your day off. Enjoy. it.
Actually, I'm working later today.
Oh, of
my
course he
God.
is. Of course he's working. So that's kind of where the episode ends.
Well, yeah, because we see them
We arrive.
arrive, and then at the end it shows Captain Obi on the on the cross thing being tied up, ready to be.
Oh right, I forgot about that
Inserted
clip.
with
Yes,
that
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed it was quick. It was
It
just
was
like
really quick,
his
right?
hands
Yeah.
tied up against like this cross thing, and that was it.
Yeah. So
It was a super quick flash by.
they're
Nice,
about to
nice.
get ready to give him the insect, and yeah, that's kind of where it ends. It was more of a lead
Yeah,
up
so I
episode,
think
not a whole
next
lot.
episode, everything's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little build up, it's the fights
What do
are
you
gonna happen.
What do you give this episode?
A 7 out of 10.
I give it a 7.
Yeah, it
I was
was
thinking the same
it was
thing.
okay. Like nothing really went on again.
I will say I'm not even. I think it was just such a like a malaise episode. There wasn't really much that happened. I will give it the benefit of the doubt that there was no nude Tamaki, which good job. Like
Yeah, surprisingly, there was no lecture episode. There was no lecturing in this episode.
that. Yeah.
at
What do you
all.
mean her biddies were out? Like just not
I mean,
covered.
that's just standard issue anime. I don't mind that. It's when she just trips and falls and
For no
loses her
reason.
clothes.
Yeah,
That's the real problem.
yeah, yeah. I
Um,
think the biggest thing we saw was Lit telling them that he has partnered with Joker.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah,
That was a big, it was so quick. It didn't feel like the wait was there for that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I do, but at the
Well,
same time, they have a
it's
they,
so-
they have
yeah.
a big situation.
Yeah,
going
there's
on,
something bigger
right?
than that.
Let's be real here.
But-
we kind of could assume early on that he was always working with.
No, we did know that, but
Oh,
Fire Station 8 didn't know.
They
that.
didn't know that.
yeah,
The
but
crew didn't know that.
Yeah,
right?
and that's like a big thing because Shinra has never known whose side the Joker. Like, well, no one's really known which side the Joker was on.
Yes.
Like, if for the longest time you're speculating, like, is he whose side? What is he on? Is he teaming with who? But we find
because
out.
he teamed up with Benny Maru.
Yep.
He's friends with Captain Burns.
And
And now he's partnering up with Shinra
yes.
at this point. So, like, that's where we're at.
yep.
Yeah.
So what do you give it, Pat?
I'll give it a 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 7.
I like good story development, so
Okay. Okay.
That's fair.
It's his opinion. I disagree. No, I'm just I was like, no, we're right around the same mark. But let's get into another episode. Windbreakers, dude. This episode, I need to say
Fighting
this.
continues.
I just need to say this right off rip. Why is the first? They should have delayed the first week. And just had this as a single episode.
yeah, you always say that with good episodes. Like,
No. I don't. I'm saying the first and second episode should have been one because it doesn't make sense to split it. Because the fight, realistically, these 2 episodes, not anything happens.
Just a bunch of
you
fights.
can
Let's
say
be
that with a
real.
lot of episodes in anime these days. Let's be
Sure,
real
but
here.
there's
you know-
no
you know-
look at
story.
solo leveling.
Okay, hold
you
on.
know what? Actually,
No.
I was just gonna get to this. I was gonna bring up this point. Solo leveling has ruined anime this year. Solo leveling has ruined anime this year.
I
And
think
I
it's a
say
big
this,
budget.
and I say this, it's not just because of the animation, the action that went down. Like you're comparing. When I watched Windbreakers, I'm like, okay, there is some craziness that's happening. But
Yeah.
when you think about solo leveling, and you are subconsciously comparing this to solo leveling, I know I was a little bit, and I
What,
was like,
Windbreakers?
it's not that exciting compared to solo leveling.
No, it's not
You
even
know?
that. I don't think it's.
it's not.
It's hold on. It's
Remember
not
when
even
you
that.
guys were just dog piling
Because
on
Ninja
me
Kamui,
with-
we've already been over this. Because Ninja
we have
Kamui
been
was
over-
coming over, but
we've been that like
we've
horse
done
too many
that.
times.
Yeah,
Like,
we've beaten that horse
this
a
is
million and one times.
dog.
But
Well, it was, to be fair.
Yeah,
on
it was,
on
yes.
first release, it was. But
It is very slow in the
the
beginning.
thing
yes.
is, with Windbreakers, we haven't established what the season is about. We don't have a story yet. That's the
No,
problem.
Yeah, because
The-
it did, like, the first season ended with this fight coming into being,
Mhm.
and now, like, with this fight being done, well, like,
We don't-
it just continued with this fight. So it's like, okay,
There's nothing beyond.
I thought this rival delinquent group gang, whatever, was gonna be the be all for the season, but it looks like we're done.
Exactly. And this is my point. This is why I said it should have been one episode because we have the thing is there's no story developed in 2 episodes now.
Mhm.
We're 2 episodes deep, 0 story.
Fight.
They-
Bap, bap, bap,
sure,
bap, bap.
and that's fine. That's fine for an episode. I'll give it an episode. But damn, like we now have nothing to speculate on. What are
Wait.
you speculating on now?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
I really like.
There's nothing even that we could talk about this episode. Beyond that, we have no clue because they haven't set anything up. The season, as we know it, is over.
Let me tell you.
The story has ended right now.
I've read a lot of stuff,
Sure.
right? There's 3 genres in the manhwa uh reading.
Well, there's a lot more than 3, but go
yeah,
ahead.
but the 3 most popular ones are just high school fights,
Sure.
solo leveling style,
Okay.
and the third one
Yeah,
is
power fantasy.
I forgot what the third one was, to be
It's the
honest.
same thing. but
Romance,
No, it's not.
comedy.
I forgot what it was, but it's just generic.
It's isekai. It's what he watches, and so, but
But-
back to this point. Like, what if this? The thing is, I understand where you're coming from, where people do like this, and it's cool to, and I enjoy this. I thought the fighting was dope. I like the show. I don't think narratively that's how you should have ended episode 2. I have nothing for me. Like next week, I just
Like
don't
there's
know what I
nothing
look forward to.
like the only thing we have to look forward to is what's gonna happen next because we don't know. Like there was nothing that was given to us.
No,
It just ended with a speech and then realizations, and then that was it.
it was
Like that was
really
literally it.
like what can you say about this episode? Like narratively,
Fighting was good. Well,
Fighting was dope. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
I'll agree. Like the fighting is really really cool, but
Oh yeah. What did you get out of this episode?
nothing.
Okay, I'll tell you what I got out of this episode.
Go ahead.
We got some more insight about Kaji, the
We
kind of
did.
person he was,
Sure.
and how Bofern helped him with controlling his.
Hair is like something is in my face. But yes, no, it's stuck on. I'm trying to get this hair out. It's annoying me. Okay, go ahead.
Right, and like how Bofern helped him control his rage because he
Mhm.
didn't like that.
Yeah,
Where not Nagato or Natoi guy,
But I
from
have to say-
Kiel was like, you gotta
Unleash
feed
the
into
beast.
yeah, feed into it. You would have done better here.
but I don't think it was
But
like
Kaji didn't like being that. So
Yeah.
we learned a little bit about Kaji.
we did.
Kaji was like, I didn't like who I was. Bofern
And when
helped
you
me.
say little, I want to exponentialize that. It is little.
Yeah.
We know nothing. We only saw that he was an angry kid, and then Bofern was like, "Yo, be
He had
nice."
black
And
hair.
then he's like, "Nice." Wow,
And he
dude.
had black hair. Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness,
Like,
dude.
he said that whenever he got into a fight, his mind would just go blank and he
Yeah.
would see red, and that was it.
Mhm.
Then he would wake up and his body's all
That's what I
all
mean.
around him.
Yeah. So we learned. Now, to be fair, this is more of like a real thing because like there are people that are like that out in the world
Sure.
where they get into fights, all they see is red,
Sure.
and they just lose their shit. And then they don't remember what the hell happened.
Let's do a quick recap of the story, and then we'll get into more of this because like really there isn't much to talk about.
Yeah.
Fight.
So fight happens.
They're still
Kaji-
fighting.
Kaji and the leader of Kiel are fighting.
Sakura is starts going off after like getting backhanded in the last episode.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of a
Everyone.
bunch of other Kiel
just starts
people.
beating the hell out of him.
And then the blonde guy who was all mouthy and was like cocky against
Yeah,
him,
yeah, yeah.
all of a sudden, like, of course he's terrified now because he's just like, oh my God. what
Yeah,
did I
yeah,
do?
exactly.
Yeah.
We also get the fight with I don't remember any of their names yet because really they
Long
haven't
hair
said them.
dude.
We hold on.
We had
Long hair dude.
shaved
Headband.
dude.
Headband.
Headband with the afro. That dude had a lot of fight scenes actually.
He
in
did,
this.
yeah.
He got a really cool like back and forth with his guy where it was
Yes.
like basically like it would cut back and they were always fighting and like one person was leading and the other person was leading and like they were kept going.
It
back
was
and
just
forth.
trades.
It was
Bat.
trades. It was just
Bat.
yeah, exactly. They were just slugging at each other. We got
Long haired dude who was getting dodged all the time. He was really mad.
Yeah.
the guy who doesn't really talk who fought Sakura in the first season. I can't remember his name, but he's like kind of like just like a dog. Like he just doesn't speak. He just goes.
Yeah, he's kind of like their angry enforcer, but
Yeah.
you know, he'll follow the role,
yeah.
the leader role, or he'll follow the lead's role
Yeah.
for sure. I'm trying to find out who these people are now because it's like
Yeah, bring up
whatever.
their names.
And he was going all tiger shit, and he grabbed that little dude by
he
the
grabbed
legs.
the little dude by the legs and
Loki'd him.
Yeah.
He Loki'd him.
Bro, the fighting in this is like it's so funny because like these dudes should be dead with what
Like,
they're doing. Like,
I'd be knocked out. Like knocked the
if you
fuck
full
out.
force whipped a kid at the ground from his ankles onto the concrete, brother,
Bro,
that's
smashed.
that's a concussion, probably a few broken bones.
He got
probably
Hulk
mi-
smashed.
Yeah,
Yeah, his fucking ankle was like
broken.
destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was just his ankle. he was broken beyond that.
But like, it was still up, and then it was like I got
Who's-
knocked out.
And then
We got
ooh, a pink hair dude.
pink
Who's pink hair dude?
piercing dude.
He's got all the piercings. I don't know if he's
He's
gay
a
or
ladies'
not.
man.
Yeah, he's a ladies' man though,
Yeah.
right? But they always call him a chick. They're always like, "You're a girl,"
Yeah, because of the long hair, pink
I
hair
guess.
too, I guess.
but like
but
they,
he knocked them out easily with
Yeah.
the punch to the chin.
yeah. Well, what was weird was okay. So he's really just talking shit to the dude the whole time, just like women wouldn't even like you. You're gross. Da 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 da. And then the dude's like, ah, and rushes him, and then the dude just walks by him, and like I thought he just did some like John Wick thing where like he touched his nerve and like dude fell down or
Yeah, I
something
thought
like
so
that.
too, but
But when you looked when it cut back, I thought that was stupid, and then it cut back and you see a scuff on his chin, and I was like, oh, he hit his chin. That made much more sense
yeah.
on why he actually just like full blown like collapsed. So yeah, he has that fight.
And then we
Who
get a
else was
bunch
there?
of the smaller dude, like the
Like, oh, yeah,
the
we-
underclassmen.
Yeah,
fighting.
the second years
Yeah.
that came in to help them, and a bunch of the other characters are having their own fights,
Yeah.
of course, and they're all just going ham. And then it cuts back to the main big portion, which was it was Kaji and the dude from Kiel, Nagato, and Nagato's basically
Notori.
like,
It's
or
Notori.
is it
Oh.
Notori?
Yeah.
Okay, Notori, my bad. Notori and is fighting Kaji, and he's like, "Yo, you're the wild dog, boy. You should come join us." Like,
that fight was wild. The amount of times I would have been passed out already.
well, yeah, because they're just
Yeah,
well,
those kids take a lot of freaking
not
hits
even
to
just
the
that-
face and body.
bro. At one point, Kaji's on the ground and he's beating him with a metal
The
bat.
craziest one is with the he jumps, grabs the
The
hook,
chain?
that hook, slams it into the other dude. I'm like, bro, I'd be out cold.
Not
after
even just
being
out.
slammed at.
Okay, first off, if you're jumping onto chain, you ever grabbed a chain?
Yeah.
Sometimes it like clips you, and like your hand, like it'll just clip right into your skin. How is nobody getting any damage? Like that doesn't seem real.
Oh,
A lot of this doesn't seem real, to
being
be
slammed with the
completely
hook against the wall.
This anime's crazy.
True.
I mean, none of this what they're doing. is
know,
real.
I know. It's
there
just
was one of the dudes kicked the dude into the goddamn wall that was like 30 feet away. He went flying. I'm like, these are supposed to be
It's
normal
true.
high school
I
kids.
thought there was
man.
like we had a lot of regular fights, and now it's starting to get a little bit out there with the fighting.
Really wild. A high school kid, not an acrobat, starts backflipping multiple times on
On-
friggin'
on a rusted bar.
on rusted bars.
Yeah.
That's
And
wild.
then hold on. The other dude hits the bar with a metal bar with a metal bat and crushes the entire section. Like it was nothing.
The railing.
The
The
railing.
right?
The
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
yeah.
rail just collapsed.
Just like when a guy's weight be more or worse, backflipping multiple times than a bat.
yeah.
Oh,
There was some craziness in this episode. But at the
Yeah.
end, they end up clobbering him, of course. Bofurun wins. They're like, yeah, they start celebrating, and then there's the whole scene afterwards where basically they all gather and they bring together Anzai. I believe was his name, the brown-haired dude who actually went to save his friend, and the friend who was in Kiel, who they were trying to actually like kind of
Right.
save. And the dude from Kiel's like, "Why would you do this?" And he just keeps out, "Why would you do this? Why would you be doing that?" And he just keeps repeating it, like basically over and over. Even every time they're like, "Yo, we're Bofurun, dude, family,
Yeah.
dude." And
Literally, that's what they're all about. Like, because we have people that stand with us.
really,
And
no,
they're like,
that's the. And Sakura's like, "I just wanted to because I saw a girl cry, and then your friend said I want to save you, and that made me really motivated to beat the hell out of all of these kids." And
Every
you're
time-
literally.
the motivations in this show are so outlandish, but at the same time, whatever.
Well, I mean, you kind of
every
think.
time I watch this show, I just watched Leo on stage, and he's like, "Oh, Hana."
Literally. Like, the thing about the show is like it kind of makes sense because they're teenagers,
Sure.
and teenagers
One thing,
as a teen, like being teenagers, like you're kind of emotional.
yeah.
You know, you well, I mean, you are
Yeah,
emotional.
yeah.
High emotions run really high.
No, and
They
that's-
are at the peak of testosterone building
the
right now.
craziest part about it was like, you know, the end when they're right after that they have this really long speech with like a symphonic the chorus going on behind it, right? And I'm listening to this, and if you really read what they're saying, it's a whole lot of nothing. Like they're like, we have to stand strong for each other. Yeah, we need to be strong for our
No, it's
town.
fine.
Too loud.
Yeah, and that's it.
I meant for the
Oh,
mic.
for your recording? Oh, because you
You know
gotta
what I
listen to it. That's fair.
We need to protect the people. Yeah, there you go. See, there you go.
Damn it.
That's gonna break your ears.
I know it is.
It's gonna
Good.
break
I
your
want
ears.
it, dude. No, but it's a whole lot of nothing. And like I tried.
Should
I mean,
we have picked different animes?
Windbreaker. Oh, you guys wanted to watch Windbreaker.
no,
so-
we should follow it because like
No,
I
we should
genuinely
watch.
enjoy. Like these shows aren't bad.
We should
No,
continue
they're not. No, no, no,
watching.
that's true.
This episode again. I'm giving this a 7.
You know, I think you're absolutely right with that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Like it wasn't bad,
But-
but I think you were right when you said all of this could have been done in one episode.
It really could have been.
Yeah.
It really didn't
I-
need to be 2 episodes.
Yeah, I like it didn't feel like this needed to be 2 episodes.
didn't.
Because now that I'm thinking about like the first episode of the fighting, this episode with the fight, they could have cut stuff out and just one.
Yes, I didn't
Yeah.
need. I mean, the fighting was cool. Don't get me wrong. I didn't need all the extra though. You could have
Yeah,
cut so much. So much of it is just like
because some of it too is just empty space where you just see background characters fighting, which is like nothing.
you could have cut it.
Yeah,
You could have
absolutely.
cut it. You could have even if you didn't want to make it a 30-minute extended first episode.
That would have been better.
Would have been way better.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying. Like this shouldn't have been 2 full 20-minute episodes. It really didn't need to be, and that's
or they
why-
could have just aired both episodes within the first week and then continued with the third.
Very true.
Yeah,
Could have done that and would have been better.
because
And
that's what Solo did
yeah.
No, they didn't.
for the first season.
No, they didn't.
They dropped both episodes.
No, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't.
In
No, they didn't.
the first
No.
week.
The first week they only dropped the first episode, and that's why we were pissed because we didn't know what the hell was going on.
I
Yeah.
swear, I thought
That's why we thought
both
Ninja Kamui was way better because we didn't have any like anything to go off of yet.
Mm.
It ends.
It was the movie that they did the first 3 episodes. For Solo.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No, that makes. I agree with
There
Pat.
was one anime that did 2 episodes in one.
There is. Yeah. There's a few
I
animes
I
that have done
swear
it.
it
but
was Solo.
I don't think it was Solo. You look that up, but like
Yeah.
for Pat, what do you give this episode?
I'll give it a 6.
6?
Yeah.
Fair.
It's
fair,
not bad.
fair.
It's not good. It's just
Yeah. I thought the fighting was cool. I did enjoy that. Like the fighting is dope, but I want more story building and I want to know what the hell is going on in the season because we have 12 episodes. We're already 2 episodes deep and I don't know what is going on after this. Right? You've given me nothing.
Oh, you're right. It was only one episode.
I know.
I can't remember now, but
No, but you probably just got confused with another one. There's tons of animes that do that. That drop the first 2 and that's like those 2
ReZero
episodes.
did the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, ReZero did the first 2 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Which
quite
I
a
didn't
bit.
even. I haven't even finished that the last season. I feel so bad because they took that break and then like it was like they took like a 4-week break or something like that.
I just want them to really
you know what? That's better than Fate freaking Fake over here.
fake.
Fate Fake, where they're dropping only 2 episodes once a year.
Really?
I don't know,
What?
man. With the
Well,
way,
they dropped 2 episodes and then they just didn't drop anything after that, right?
Yeah. Have you not watched it?
No.
Okay, so I think it was last year is when it aired. They dropped that first long episode, and then they dropped the second episode. That's it.
Yeah.
Because apparently this production company's got like so much going on. Apparently they're gonna do another 2 episodes this year, and then drop another 2 next year.
Ain't no way, dude.
So it's kind of crazy, yeah. But I mean, I do like these animes. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go. We did watch another anime I kind of wanted to brush on, which was the beginning after the end. We don't have to go through that as an anime because we aren't following it. But we watched the first episode and
It was good.
honestly, it was really good.
I liked it.
It was an 8 out of 10.
It's an isekai, Patrick's favorite genre.
I think it's an interesting one because I like to see this idea of this like almost tyrannical king in a sense. Like who in the first clip genocides a bunch of people, like
That
full
wasn't
blown.
in the book, by the way.
No, he does. Like he
Like-
drops bombs on a whole city. Like
So
that's what we watch.
In the book, it wasn't actually. He wasn't tyrannical. It's a feudal kingdom where you can start fighting.
I like
each
the
other.
idea of him being tyrannical. You want to know why? Because him
I
going
guess,
into a
yeah.
baby, it's such a big twist. Like what ends up happening is there's just a cut and he's a baby now. Like he doesn't even know. He's like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, we just see him like touch his
Yeah.
crown and sword, and he's just like on his knees, like dying. And
Yeah.
we're just like, okay.
What?
I think he got poisoned.
Well, in the second episode, it came on right after that because there's 2 episodes out, and the beginning clip is them talking about it a little bit. I paused it and rewound it because I was like, I need to watch this
Okay.
because they touch on it right in that. I think
Are we
what they're gonna
continue
do.
watching this?
I'm gonna watch it because
I'll
I
watch
think
it.
it's good, but we don't have to talk about it on the pod. We can
No.
like brush on
For
it,
me,
kind of like we did with
the
Shangri-La.
emotional growth for Arthur is probably the best part of the series.
That's what I'm interested in. This emotional growth that he goes through in just the first episode is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of realizations in that first episode.
This first episode gave us
Like,
so much.
He finally got parents.
Yeah, so from what we watched, this dude is an orphan
Yep.
in his
Well,
first life. Or
yeah.
he was an
Yeah.
orphan in
He
his
grew
first
up
life.
in the kingdom where it was dog eat dog,
Yep.
and
He was-
it's
He
the
just became the
kingdom.
best.
Like the crown isn't hereditary; it's taken by force.
Right.
So it's just the mad world he lives in, and so in the new world, he's
Yeah. And
he's being cared for,
and
taken care of.
he learns that like the worlds are different that he comes from because his world he has ki, in this world they have magic. And so since he's like fully like he has
They have key in technology.
Key and technology.
key in technology, yeah. And this new place just has like magic.
Magic.
and kind of like more of like a fantastical world, right?
Yes.
And so there's magic beasts and all this, and his parents have magic. Da 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 da.
Truck-kun did not get him there.
Yeah. Yes.
Truck-kun is not in this.
But he starts training right off the rip.
Well, not right off the rip. It took him a little while.
It
Yeah,
took him
until-
like
Well,
well,
he could start moving his
yeah,
limbs.
until he could start moving.
Right,
his legs.
because that once he started doing that, then he started reading the books and he was understanding more about the world, and that's how he learned about like mana and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was doing his whole like key pull thing to get his power.
Yeah.
Right. Like he learned that his parents had powers.
Yep.
And his parents seem kind of strong.
Yep.
Or his dad does anyway.
His dad seems pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom can heal.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's very like intrigued with this world and his new parents.
Yeah.
And I'm intrigued with this world.
Yeah.
And everything to do with it because like there's so much character growth just in like one episode. Like
Mhm.
so much happens in this first episode, and I'm really interested. And I mean, but there is a controversy online about this episode or this show not doing well, which is in the second episode, and we didn't get to that.
Yeah.
But
I'll
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
give it the benefit of the doubt. We just watched 2 animes that are supposed to be top rated right now, just bomb on their second episodes.
Mhm.
So let's be real. Second episodes are probably gonna be that. Let's
Well,
get a bit
I
further.
think like in terms of opinion, we think it wasn't that those 2 enemies weren't that good, but I'm sure there's like other people that think it were.
I mean,
so
the
in
thing
our opinion,
d-
those 2 anime.
to be fair, hold on. To be fair, I've checked IMDb ratings on almost every episode after we give our ratings,
Mm.
and we are pretty on the money.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh, right on the money. Like I think last episode we gave these like a 7. It was like a 7 and an 8 or 7.5, 7.8. Right. It was right in that ballpark. I think
Okay.
both of them were like 7.2, 7.5 or something like that.
Nice.
And I was like, we're right on the money with most of the community.
Okay.
So
cool.
I feel like that's how the community is going to be looking at it. I say let's just give these animes a bit of time to breathe. We didn't give Solo the time to breathe when it first came out,
True.
and we reference that all the time, but we didn't. And those first 6 episodes were brutal, but after that, dude, it was a pop off anime. It's one of our favorites now, right?
Yeah.
We could see
And again,
that.
I think, like I said before, I think Fire Force will pop off in episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Oh, it will
that's
for
what
sure.
happen.
Windbreakers, we're gonna get a bit more. Finally, I mean, they have to give us something. Like we
I think Windbreakers episode 3 is gonna be one of those episodes where they just like
it's a build up.
fight is over. We're gonna relax, do some fun crap, learn some new things about some new characters, and
Yeah.
then that's
They're gonna give us a little bit more story progression finally, and
Yeah.
that's what we're really looking for.
yeah.
With this, and honestly, I'm really looking forward to all 3 of these. because these animes are really good. And yeah, did you guys want to get into what the best animes were last year?
Anime Wars.
Anime
Oh,
Awards.
right. The Anime Awards.
Anime Awards. Let's
Sheldon's
get
just
to
looking
it.
at me. He's like, "What is he talking about?"
We haven't talked about this, but oh my goodness, it's here. It's crazy.
Well, by the time we post this, the Anime Awards will be over.
Yeah, but this is our speculation.
It's, the voting. Will
The
be
voting
over.
will be over.
voting will be
It'll
over.
take
The actual
a month or two for.
it's
them
like
to,
May when
Yeah.
it'll come out.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right,
so we can give our speculations, and everyone's kind of giving theirs around the anime community, so we might as well. What do we got on the list?
So we'll just start with Anime of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Anime of the Year.
Yeah.
They have Dan to Dan.
Yep.
Done by Science Saru. Delicious in Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Done by Trigger. I love Delicious in
I know a
Dungeon.
lot of people do.
Such a great anime. Frieren.
Mhm.
I think that was a no-brainer by Madhouse.
of course,
Kaiju number 8 from Production IG.
good anime, but yeah.
Yeah.
Gee.
Solo Leveling, again, is a no-brainer by A1. And then The Apothecary Diaries, which I've heard good things
I've heard
about.
really good things.
Really good anime.
Yeah, I think I might have to start watching that and
I
see
think
what's
last
going on.
season it was like neck and neck ratings with Solo.
Yeah.
Like it was like 9s out of 10. Like everyone was. It was whenever I'd look at IMDb ratings, it'd be like Solo and then Apothecary Diaries, like
Interesting.
right there.
Interesting.
Yeah, even some weeks Apothecary Diaries had a higher rating than Solo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like much higher too.
Wow.
So I mean that looks pretty good. But ooh, what do you guys think? Who are you?
Recency bias wise, I'm gonna say Solo.
That's my.
I think it's gonna be between Solo and Frieren.
You know,
realistically,
my
yeah.
problem is the people the Solo is a pop icon right now, right? I don't
I see what you're
necessarily
saying.
think it's actually better because I think
Solo is more mainstream than Frieren
right now.
Yeah.
But I really think Frieren is the GOAT. Like
Frieren, you're not wrong. Frieren
Everything.
is the GOAT. Although Delicious, if you've watched Delicious,
I haven't, and that's where
I think
can't,
that might sway you a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to watch it. Delicious in Dungeon is definitely. You know what? I'll catch up on it
Because we've
before.
watched most of these. Like we
Yeah.
watched Dan to Dan, we watched Kaiju, Solo, and you and I
Frieren.
watched Frieren on
Yeah.
our own. I don't know. Have you
I've
watched
watched
Frieren?
He's probably watched it.
So we watched Frieren on our own
And
time.
then you guys watched Delicious in Dungeon and Apothecary, right?
I haven't watched Apothecary.
I've watched
Delicious.
Delicious, but I haven't watched Apothecary.
Maybe we should watch Apothecary too.
I think so.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think we should.
I'm gonna go on a
All
huge
together?
anime binge.
Or just separately.
Doesn't matter. I mean, we could watch it.
If we have some time, we could
yeah,
True.
possibly.
we just got to meet up somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Either this place or Coop's house.
I say Frieren.
Uh,
That's my personal opinion.
just.
But
I voted for Solo just because I like Solo
I think
better.
Solo's gonna win.
But recency bias wise, it's always the case. Solo Leveling's gonna win.
I think that's my.
So you're Solo, you're Frieren.
I don't solo level season 1. Let's be freaking
But-
real. Is not a perfect season. The
No.
first 6 episodes were slow. Frieren is sure it is slow. It's not supposed to be quick. It's not a fighting anime. It's not a shonen. It's actually just a story that is very well crafted and animated beautifully. It's like 27, 28 episodes of like peak.
See, my thing with these voting things, especially with like something like Solo Leveling,
Yeah.
Popularity is gonna win.
Yeah.
over it.
Because popularity contest.
because they're not judging it by that season. They're judging about what's going to be
What-
coming.
what's here?
Because this is even though this is season 1 Solo Leveling, right?
People are
Because
going to
that
be going
came
up.
out last year.
Yeah.
People
People are going to go based
People
off the
are-
memories of what they have right
Right
now.
now.
And that's
Wow.
watching season 2.
season
Right now.
2. So
Yeah.
yes,
I don't. Yeah, and that's why I'm going Frieren. It's
See,
tough.
I want to go Frieren. I want to go Frieren as well, but I have a feeling Solo's going to
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I'd
I'd be surprised if none of those two
I'm voting
won.
Frieren, but it's Solo. I guarantee you. Like
That's
I'm not
fair.
even. I don't even think it's a question.
That's fair.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go to the movies.
You want to do
Oh,
movies?
I
But
do,
we-
because-
we
oh
barely
my
watched anything. The only
That's
things we
true.
watched were like
No, I watched a few of them actually. I did watch.
what did you watch? 'Cause
I watched.
so there's Haiku on here.
Spy Family.
You've watched Spy Family?
Yes,
The
I
movie?
watched Spy
I
Family.
watched Spy Family.
The movie?
Yes.
Oh.
Me and Jane watched Spy Family, brother.
The movie.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Monoke the movie, The Phantom in the Rain.
Yes, Mononoke I heard was good.
My Hero Academia, You're Next.
Yep.
Look Back, and then The Colors Within. So I don't know anything about these. I don't know. Personally,
I just voted for the one that I watched, which was Spy Family.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm voting Haikyuu.
I would have voted Haikyuu too.
I think
to be
Haikyuu's
honest,
perfect.
Haikyuu, that
movie was hype.
movie was hype.
That movie was so hype.
It was like you were watching an actual sports show.
It really was.
Yeah.
I've rewatched it. It's so good every single time.
Best continuing series?
Yeah, best continuing
Bleach
series.
would be
Wait,
probably-
Bleach is on here and not on the anime of the year.
Yeah.
This is betrayal because for real, let's talk about it. Nothing beats Bleach. Season 3, goated. Season 2, goated. Season 1, goated. All y'all lying. All y'all lying. Every single person lying.
I really think there is like a bias against Bleach.
Really, there is.
Honestly, in
Yeah,
the
because it's not on.
Because it's not on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, like I think in the anime community as well, I think there's a huge bias against Bleach, and I don't know why.
For real.
People think it's either mid or not up to snuff with like other animes. And I don't think they like the fact that other animes take inspiration from Bleach.
Bleach is the drippiest show of all time. It has the most drip that I've ever seen on any show, okay? It trumps even JoJo's. That's just, it is fact, okay? Bleach not only has that, it has, I was talking to one of my buddies because he hasn't watched Bleach, and I told him, this show is a mastercraft, not only in animation, not only in fighting, not only in voice acting in both Japanese and English. Not only that, but directorially, every shot is stunning. Every shot is interesting. The colors that they use, the color palettes, they change them every season. They make these beautiful, almost picture-esque, scenic pieces that you could just, like any clip of the show, you could just take it and make it a background.
The anime community is worse than sports people.
Yeah, for real. And like that just shows me like I don't understand how like I couldn't. The thing is, for kaiju to be over Bleach is just, it's not even.
No, Crunchyroll is very
close.
picky when it comes to the awards.
Oh, for sure. And they don't want. They don't want
it to vote for stuff that's specifically on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, for anime of the year specifically.
Anime of the year realistically should be Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. But best continuing, it's Bleach. It doesn't even. Don't at me.
So there's Bleach, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Oshinoko, and Spy Family. Honestly, out of all these, they're like, as much as I want Bleach to win, I think Spy Family is gonna end up taking it.
No.
No, I think.
No,
One
I
Piece
don't think
would.
so.
Oh right, One Piece. Yeah, you're right.
I think One Piece will.
One Piece will.
I was like looking at One Piece. I'm like, huh?
Well, yeah, I think it's gonna be One Piece or Spy Family.
No, not even close.
It's
I don't
one of
even
those
think.
two.
I don't
It's one
think
of those two.
Spy. I don't think Spy
Or
Family
Demon
has.
Slayer, depending.
Spy Family has a cult following. One Piece has the biggest cult following. They will die on a hill. They will go and like downvote.
One Piece is
solo.
real.
Yeah. People who have watched One Piece are so invested because they've watched 1,100 episodes and now they're like, I can't, it's my life. They did a Captain Burns. They're just full blown like, oh, One Piece is Jesus.
Like I said to Anna, if I died before One Piece ends, you gotta get the final book, burn it in with my ashes.
This is what I'm saying. This is a weird cult following. Okay, let's be real. Bleach is way better. It just is. The original Bleach, I rate an 8 out of 10. 1,000 Year Blood War is a 10 out of 10 every single season.
Okay, let's do a couple more because we're not gonna get through all of this.
Yeah,
Let's do best new
I
series.
want to do best animation
Okay, we'll go
because
best
we talk
animation.
about animation a lot,
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
and really, it should be the only free run again.
So most of so best animation is mostly from Anime of the Year.
Yeah, it really is.
So-
It's just the same list again.
Dan to Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Freerin, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer. I think it's gonna go to either Solo. You know what? Kaiju shouldn't even be on there because a lot of people hated that style.
That
of
animation wasn't good,
Because of the mix of
hold
the
on,
CG
hold on. Okay,
and the...
hold on,
and
hold on.
Bleach had better.
Hold on. let me correct myself here. People didn't like the character styling. That's what it was.
It was a character style.
The styles of the characters, the way they drew the characters, nobody liked that. The animation, animating it, however, The animation was good. It was fluid, even with the CGI. So I can understand why this.
But it's not like it's not an outstanding member of animation.
Yeah. Suck Bleach's cock more.
Even
We
outside of
understand-
Bleach, bro, like other animes had better animation last year. Like we watched tons of different, and the Solo Leveling season 1 did not have the best animation.
I told you recency bias is gonna
Recency bias.
Yeah.
Recency bias.
I think Freerun might take this one.
I give it
Freerun's
to
probably
Freerun.
gonna win. This
Yeah.
one,
I would give. Actually, the thing is, even if Bleach was on that list, I'd still give it to Freerun.
You know, Freerun actually Delicious. I know you haven't seen, but Delicious in Dungeons animation was really damn
Really?
good.
Okay, I
It
didn't
was
watch it.
crispy.
Okay,
Yeah,
I gotta watch it.
Like
I
the
gotta watch
style that they have was consistent throughout the entirety of that season.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. What else we got?
Let's do best new series and then
Yeah.
best original, and then we'll call it from there.
Yeah.
So best new series, a lot of them are kind of the same. it's all anime of the year
Academy
people.
again, dude.
Dan, Kaiju, Delicious, Solo. I'm just we're just repeating ourselves. here.
Honestly,
I'm gonna say Freerun.
Let's be real here. Oh, it's gonna be a sweep. It's either gonna be Freerun
it's
or
a solo
Solo.
sweep. It's
Yeah.
a solo sweep. I bet. I'd put money down on it.
Okay, best original anime.
Finally, something
This one-
Things
outside
we've-
of these.
Things we've never heard of. There's a couple that I've heard of.
I've
So
heard
we
of
have
a bunch.
Buchigiri, which was done by Mappa.
Mm-hmm.
Girls Band Cry, which is Toei Animation. Jellyfish Can't Swim. Never heard of that. Metallic Rouge. I've actually watched Metallic Rouge.
Yeah,
It's kind of cyberpunky. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
interesting.
A lot of CGI though.
Yeah.
Ninja Kamui.
The fact that it's on a list is crazy.
Yo, first 2 episodes. Though.
The best animation I've ever
Fire.
seen. You cut those first 5 episodes and just watch
Apparently, the last episode was good though.
Was it?
Apparently.
Yeah, I know you've said this. And you said you were
Yeah.
gonna go
We
watch
should
it like
watch
6
the
times.
last episode. Just
6 times. You've said this like no. You've said it almost every week. You're like, you know
It
what? I
was
have to go
good.
back.
It's good.
Huh?
It's good.
Did you watch it?
It's good.
Okay.
Because they drop the CGI max and then they go back to hand drawn. Yeah. And then Train to the End of the World.
Interesting polls. Buchigiri I've heard of, haven't watched it. Ninja Kamui is really the only one that I know of.
I've never watched. I'm actually Buchigiri's on Crunchyroll. I might check it out, but I think I personally would want Metallic Rouge.
I
It was kind
also
of dope.
voted for Metallic
Yeah.
Rouge.
I don't know about the others though. So
That anything on the other ones?
Ninja Kamui. I don't
Well,
think.
we all know Ninja Kamui, but Girls and Cry,
I've
Jujutsu
never-
Kaisen, and Trials of the End of the World are
I did not watch those.
no.
yeah.
Do you think those are the types of anime I watch?
Yes, I think you watch an unnecessary amount of anime.
I watch isekais.
Yeah. I don't know if there is. I don't know what they are.
I don't
Or
think Pat
research-
knows what these are.
Or research
so
purposes ones.
we'll have to figure it out later.
What about the? Oh, I did want to ask you. What about there's a new show called what was it? It's Tamaki-san, please put them on or something like that.
Oh, please put them on Takamina-san.
There you go. Yeah. How's that been?
For research purposes.
I know, because I
Alright,
know what the anime is about.
This is where we're gonna wrap up now.
I am not allowed to talk about research purposes. Stuff.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway. Anyways, I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
That's another episode of the Podsack Podcast. My goodness, we're on like episode 110. You guys need to, if you're not subscribed, I don't know
Please.
why. Like, please subscribe, please like, please comment, just share
Keep
it.
watching.
Just watch.
I know
You
you're
throw on the
watching this.
background. We talk about dumb things. Come join us.
My
You
friends
like
that
anime?
watch this when I'm only on the pod, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Tell
you
your friends
better-
to watch us every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell them to subscribe.
Exactly. Just
well-
sub. It doesn't hurt you.
It counts as a view because they click on it, and then
True.
if I'm not on the first 10 seconds, they click on.
I hate your friends.
Yeah, I know. Watch us, please. I know we're dumb. We
Appreciate
Are they
you.
even
we come back
subscribed?
every year.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, well,
we
that's
come back every week and we talk about new episodes of anime.
Mhm.
But yeah, that has been another episode. Thank you, Sack Squad. We will see you in the next one.
peace.
This is the beginning after the end.